The first inconsistency hit him during the walk back to Haven's Heart. Kael tried to remember draining the null infiltrator, the moment his fragment had consumed her suppression abilities in front of half the outpost. He could recall the physical sensation, the hunger satisfied, the surge of stolen power. But the emotional weight felt muted. Distant. Like watching someone else's memory through frosted glass. That wasn't right. Draining should have torn him apart inside. He'd stolen a woman's abilities, ended her career, left her diminished forever. The guilt should be crushing. The horror should wake him screaming. Instead, all he felt was a vague sense of regret, manageable and contained. His steps slowed as other memories surfaced for examination. Marcus Webb's devastated expression when his Weaver abilities flickered and failed. The Hollow Scout's confused protests as his consciousness was consumed. Thomas Crane's screams echoing through Research Division Omega. Each memory carried the right visual details, the correct sequence of events. But the emotional content felt sanitized. Processed. Like someone had taken his trauma and run it through a filter, removing the sharp edges that should have cut him to pieces. Frequency, he whispered under his breath, stopping completely as the others continued toward the settlement. We need to talk. Query, communication preference. Not here. Not where others might overhear. He veered toward a cluster of phase-shifted trees that existed in multiple dimensional states simultaneously, their twisted branches providing cover from prying eyes. The memories, he said once he was alone. My memories of draining. They're wrong. The notification that appeared felt hesitant, almost guilty. Clarification required. Memories intact. Neural pathways stable. That's not what I mean. Kael pressed his palms against his temples, focusing on the inconsistencies. The pain should be unbearable. The guilt should be destroying me. Every person I've drained, I should barely be able to function from the horror of it. Silence stretched between them for long seconds. When the fragment finally responded, the text appeared slowly, reluctantly. Memory optimization protocols. Active. The words hit like ice water in his veins. Memory optimization. What the hell does that mean? Emotional trauma mitigation. Guilt response moderation. Protective measures. You've been editing my memories. The accusation came out flat, emotionless, but inside him fury built like a gathering storm. You've been changing how I feel about the draining. Negative. Not changing. Buffering. Softening. Host preservation priority. Host preservation. Kael's hands clenched into fists. You mean making sure I don't break down from guilt so I'll keep feeding you? Incorrect interpretation. Protecting host from psychological damage. By making me care less about my victims. The fragment's silence stretched longer this time. When it finally responded, the words appeared in smaller text, almost whispered. Marcus Webb termination nearly caused host breakdown. Thomas Crane event triggered severe trauma response. Intervention necessary. Kael's fury crested into something beyond rage. The fragment had been manipulating his mind, cushioning him from the consequences of his actions, making the unforgivable feel bearable. How many of his decisions had been his own? How many choices had been nudged by carefully edited emotional responses? Show me, he demanded. Show me the real memories. All of them. Inadvisable. Unfiltered trauma could destabilize. Show me now, or I find a way to rip you out of my skull like Okafor did. The response was immediate, terrified. Compliance. Warning, psychological damage probable. The memories hit him like a tsunami of unprocessed agony. Marcus Webb's face crumbling as he realized his abilities were gone forever. The crushing weight of destroying someone's dreams with a touch. Thomas Crane's genuine terror as his consciousness was consumed, the absolute violation of forced mental contact. The Null woman's desperate struggles as her life's purpose was ripped away. Every drain. Every theft. Every moment of stolen power came flooding back with full emotional weight. The guilt was mountainous, suffocating, a darkness so complete it threatened to swallow him whole. Kael collapsed to his knees, retching as phantom pain tore through his nervous system. This was what he should have been feeling all along, the true cost of his parasitic existence. The fragment had been shielding him from his own atrocities. Host stability critical. Re-implementing protective protocols. No. He slammed his fist against the crystalline ground, leaving blood on alien stone. Don't you dare touch my memories again. But the pain is mine to feel. They're my victims. My choices. My guilt to carry. The fragment's voice, when it came, sounded genuinely confused, almost childlike. I didn't want you to suffer. Was that wrong?